and it's time to talk about the games for June.
Yeah.
That's right, we're bringing back the video where we talk about what games are coming out this month.
This isn't the first one, we've already done that announcement.
What?
We did May. You weren't here, so we did it with Andy. Get your footy boots on for some five-a-side with a twist as Mario and his pals and his enemies play some good old football, or soccer for our American viewers. Mario Strikers Battle League Football gives you power-ups, fancy gear to wear, and special strikes like a hyper shot that give you 2 goals, with up to 8-player multiplayer.
This looks so good.
Oh, it does. It looks really fun.
Actually, let me rephrase that. This looks like it has the potential to be so good. What you want is a sports game with really simple rules, super easy to get into, incredibly easy to pick up, figure out what's going on. There aren't a lot of games that do that. I feel like maybe the last one was Rocket League.
Yeah.
And that was ages ago now.
Yeah.
Maybe there have been some in between, but that kind of game where it's competitive.
Everyone kind of gets the idea. You've got some people who want to really get into it can do some special things, but ultimately anyone can kind of pick it up and
easy for anyone to play, but you can watch videos of people who are really good at it on YouTube.
Yeah,
easy
easy to play, hard to master.
Yes, exactly. For that to happen, the online stuff will have to actually work. Which if it wasn't Nintendo, I would probably be taking for granted, but they don't have a great track record at online games. But I have all my fingers and toes crossed. Maybe that's also a little bit because we run a YouTube channel and for live streaming and let's plays and stuff. If this game is good and we can play it continually and get really good at it and have a lot of fun with it, that would be so good.
Also, from what I can see in the trailer, it looks like no one actually has to play goalie, which is
a
big thing. So everyone so you've got an auto goalie and then 4 field players and you play the field players. So
that's cool.
Yeah, that's good. No arguing over who has to stand in goal the whole game.
Yes. Although I quite liked being in goal. When I was playing as a kid, because you were left alone for almost all of the game.
Yeah.
Until eventually someone came near you and scored a goal, and then you were like,
oh well. It's the end of summer camp at Hackett's Quarry. All the kids have gone home and the counsellors are ready to leave. But their transport isn't up to scratch, and so they have to spend one more night. But this camp isn't safe anymore. Who will you save to see through the night? Another horror game from Supermassive Games, creators of Until Dawn, The Quarry looks to be more of the same terrifying situations with a star-studded cast of horror royalty. So this game, for anyone who's a fan of horror films, Supermassive Games have already got a really good record of solid spooky games in this vein of slasher movie, survive the night type things. But here's some of the names in it. David Arquette from Scream fame, Ariel Winter, Justice Smith, who's in Detective Pikachu.
That's not a horror film, Ellen.
No, but
did you see a different Detective Pikachu?
Some of the bits were quite scary, but that was just exciting for one of the young counsellors. But Ted Raimi, who's from Evil Dead, and also Sam Raimi's brother, which
I was going to say,
fun. Lance Henriksen is Bishop in Aliens and Ed Harley in Pumpkinhead.
Oh yes,
his name going Pumpkinhead. Lynn Shay, who most people will know from the Infamous series, she's the psychic who does the readings and the tables and stuff. Grace Zabriskie, who's Sarah Palmer in Twin Peaks and also made an appearance in the Grudge US remake.
Should have started with Sarah Palmer from Twin Peaks.
I know. I'm
all in.
I know. And Ethan Suplee, who most people probably know from My Name is Earl, but was more recently in The Hunt, which was weirdly one of the last films that I saw before lockdown. And it's about people getting hunted. So.
Okay, well, I'm going on the Twin Peaks IMDb. You can talk about it. So we'll talk about the game.
But it looks like it's basically more of the Supermassive game. So Until Dawn, making quick decisions, quick time events, and deciding what to do, whether you should cut someone's arm off or not.
It's great news. The game, Until Dawn was great.
Yeah.
It wasn't a masterpiece video game, but it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It's very clever. It's something different, and funny. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
For horror movie fans, this is just when I first watched the trailer, I was like, oh, I know them, and I'm not even the biggest horror movie fan. I've just seen a few, and it's just wow, there are some horror movie fans who are going to be
It's got that 80s aesthetic as well.
Which, completely.
Lord knows we have seen many times before at this point.
But it's done
yeah,
so well.
it's clearly chosen so that no one has mobile phones.
Yeah.
That's what I always think. Like when stuff is set in like you see stuff now that's like set in like the 80s or 90s. I'm like, I know why you're doing this. It's because it was hard to write when people could.
Yeah, but now
you couldn't think of another scene where like
no signal.
No signal. If you can't do that, you can't keep doing that. Everyone knows. If someone goes no signal, yeah, we're in a forest. You know there's no signal. You work here, don't you? Also, there would be camp Wi-Fi. That's what I'd call my camp.
Camp Wi-Fi. Oh, you'd sell out in seconds.
Yeah.
Sonic Origins, a collection of old Sonic side-scrollers, comes to PC and all consoles this June. This collection has new features such as Anniversary Mode with a 16:9 aspect ratio and an infinite number of lives, Classic Mode in old school 4:3 ratio and finite lives, a Boss Rush Boss Only mode, a Story Mode that takes you through all the games in order with cute new animated cutscenes, a Mirror Mode to let you play the zones backwards for some reason, a Mission Mode that lets you replay missions with different objectives, and a museum where you can add to a collection of music, art and character profiles. So this collection, so many modes.
Yeah.
It's got Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog CD, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles.
Okay.
So it's a good collection of like the original games. Does look really pretty. The new animations
Got Sonic Boom on it. Good.
Yeah, they're done like kind of like the old animated kids TV show, but obviously like a little bit more fluid and more fun.
The idea of like tying all those games together in one guided narrative thing with some new cutscenes, I think is actually a pretty cool idea.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah,
that is a really nice idea.
These kind of collection of old games, that's actually a really nice way of doing it, you know.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't think I need to play any of these Sonic games.
Yeah, well the thing is, at the same time...
16:9.
Yeah.
I don't need to see what's off at the edges.
Well, in releasing this game, they're actually kind of delisting a lot of the games on the other platforms. So if you do want to go back and play the other ones, you might end up having to buy this collection if you don't own them already.
Okay.
And there has been some confusion as to what comes with the game and what is DLC.
Right.
They did
Knuckles
that thing.
is DLC.
Yeah, well, they did the thing where they were like, here's a table to show you what you'll get in all the games. And it's like, oh my God, I don't want to have to look at an Excel spreadsheet to work out what Sonic to buy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like there's like, oh, cool, nice things, new things, but also there's a little bit of like just what if you just want to buy the old one?
Exactly.
Just the first one.
I guess they'll pull it off if this is a collection that you would call definitive. Like, you know what? I can't buy those other versions anymore, but I don't need to. This is the one-stop shop for those classic Sonic games.
I'd be interested to see how this comes about because there's been a little bit of controversy surrounding it. So I would like Sonic fans to get something nice.
They've been waiting long enough. A patient bunch. Let's give them this.
Yeah. Sonic isn't the only throwback this month. 10 classic games are being brought together into the Capcom Fighting Collection, including 2 Darkstalker titles that never saw release in the West. All the titles come with online features and extras that superfans will love. There's Darkstalkers the Night Warriors, Night Warriors Darkstalkers Revenge, Vampire Savior the Lord of Vampire, Vampire Hunter 2 Darkstalkers Revenge, Vampire Savior 2 the Lord of Vampire, Red Earth, Cyberbots Full Metal Madness, Super Gem Fighter Mini Mix, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, and Hyper Street Fighter 2.
I couldn't tell where the end of one game title ended and where the next one was. Anytime a game that's never got a Western release does eventually get one, is cause for celebration.
It's exciting, yeah.
And I've never played the Street Fighter where they're all babies. Like,
no.
Like,
chibi. Yeah. Chibi rear.
Yeah, you beat up Ken, but now Ken's a baby. The only version of Ken I have a chance of beating.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a solid little collection of, classic and new to Western audiences.
You already know if you're hyped about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
If old school fighting games are not your thing, or you just can't get enough fighting games, then DNF Duel is one to keep an eye on. With a unique 3D anime art style, characters from Dungeon Fighter Online will be beating 7 bells out of each other on PC and Sony consoles.
Alright, I don't know much about this game. But what I do know is that it's made by the developer who made Guilty Gear Strive.
Right.
Which I have not played lots of, but I know is one of, amongst people who rate fighting games, is like one of the best in recent years, I think. It came out in 2021. Looked absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
The same kind of anime, but very, very fluid
kind
of art style as this. It looks gorgeous.
Watching some of the kind of the fights and the actual figures as they were beating each other up, I got a real Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse. Slight, 25 frames per second, but on purpose because it looks cool.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I don't like it when a fighting character is super smooth. I prefer that kind of stylized look to it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about, but I just.
It's got the whole aesthetic of this is a technical fighting game.
Yes.
You are going to have to get technical.
Yes. There's a lot of buzz around this game in the fighting community. So if you're thinking of dabbling in fighting games, this is probably the one to kind of invest in that's a bit different if you want to try something that isn't Tekken or Street Fighter, just something a little bit.
Don't forget about Smash Brothers.
Oh, and Smash Brothers,
of
course.
I want someone to play me at Smash Brothers. No one plays.
We can go play Smash Brothers after.
We played Smash Brothers a little bit and then everyone got bored of it. Everyone except me.
Also, what I really liked when I was watching some of the trailers is there's a character that has his special ability. He's got this kind of demon ghost thing that also has a katana like him, and they do double attacks. And he's called Ghost Blade. And I was like, yes, I like this aesthetic. Yes, please. I love the very simple naming. Also,
I can already tell that Ghost Blade players are going to ruin the meta.
Oh, completely.
Everyone on the subreddit's going to be like, if I see one more Ghost Blade in online matchups, spamming ghost waves.
Well, I really like. There's a character that's got a little dragon friend.
Yeah.
It looks really cute. So I'd probably go for that one if I played. She has cool hair as well.
Yeah. Go with whatever counters Ghost Blade.
Yeah. Cult favourite Cuphead gets a new DLC in Cuphead The Delicious Last Course. Players will get to play as Cuphead, Mugman and new playable character Ms. Chalice, and have a bunch of new bosses to take down. Plus there's new chef Salt Baker to help you on your journey. So this, was first announced in 2018. So
wow.
Cuphead's still doing the whole, we're doing a thing, and then you get it 5 years later nearly.
That said, how cool that Cuphead is still technically supported.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. That they're still making expansions for Cuphead.
I think that's great. I'm really, really excited. It doesn't, even though there's a third character, it doesn't look like it's 3-player co-op. It just looks like there's an additional option to play as, which is a shame because it'd be nice to have that extra person to help you through.
Yes, but in terms of balancing the game, that would be massive. If there was a third extra person, which I assume that this will be absolutely hard as nails because
100%.
This is for
the people who finished it, and I'm still slowly working every once in a while I pick it up and I'm attempt a little bit more and then I go, okay, I'll be back in 3 months.
I also am still slowly working my way through Cuphead. In that I haven't finished it and don't play it anymore.
Well, one thing I'm really looking forward to is Cuphead has amazing music.
Yes,
and I want to hear more of that stuff, and also
and boss design as well.
The boss design is incredible, but I'm really excited about music, and then all of the people all the DJs on YouTube who make electro, swing, and dubstep remixes of it, which is entirely my jam.
Making hay from Cuphead.
Yes. Monster Hunter Rise gets its first big expansion this summer as Sunbreak appears on the Nintendo Switch and PC. With a new hub area, new missions and new faces, Monster Hunters will be excited to hunt down new monsters too. Luke, you played a lot of Monster Hunter Rise.
I played a sickening amount of Monster Hunter Rise.
How many hours did you put into it?
I don't remember. I stopped counting once it got into the dozens of dozens. I played many hours of Monster Hunter Rise. All the way through into the end game. I have dropped off it since then, and Monster Hunter games famously have the most baffling control schemes. And since then, I've played several other games. So it's like I never played Monster Hunter at this point. And my experience of past Monster Hunter expansions is that they are like hard. Yeah, which they should. It's fine because it is for people who've
played loads
of
another
Monster
challenge. Yeah,
exactly. So I'm going to have a mountain to climb getting back into it. But I will make the effort because Monster Hunter Rise was so much fun. It's so good. It's beautiful. It feels great. Once
you get to ride a dog.
You get to ride a dog, you get to ride the dinosaur, and you can ride the dinosaur into another dinosaur, and then all the dinosaurs go, like that. The gameplay loop of going out, doing a hunt, getting all of the bits off the monster, coming back and turning the monster bits into new gear so that you can go out and fight a slightly tougher monster to get its gear bits, and just like looping around like that is really, really satisfying. And I played enough of it that I totally got my head around capturing rather than killing the monsters, so guilt gone.
Wow.
Don't even ask me how you get all of the bits off of it when it's been humanely captured. I don't want to know.
Steal the kidney.
I capture
sew them up, leave them in a bar.
Leave them in an ice bar. They sort of come to in an ice bar. There I am wearing my new kidney hat. The Monster Hunter World expansions were really good. So added I believe they were good value, whole new worlds and monsters and areas.
They always feel like you get a good chunk of new stuff rather than just here's some new missions. That's it.
So yes, optimistic that this will be hoping that this will be as good as Monster Hunter Rise deserves.
Nice. So those were some of the games coming out this June. Luke, which one are you most excited for?
I'm probably most excited for Mario Football.
I think same.
Yeah.
Followed by the Quarry, but I am, don't forget, a massive wimp.
Yeah,
so, I probably won't be jumping in to play that game straight away unless you will force me to.
Save it for Hallow Stream.
Exactly.
Football. But that also has the potential to disappoint me the most if it turns out to be a bit thin or if the online isn't good enough.
Yeah. I'm also excited for the new Cuphead, as I said, just for the new tracks that are going to come out, I just want more of the tunes. Thank you.
Tracks.
Yeah.
Do you know of any other games that are coming out in June that we missed? If so, say what they are in the comments, games that you've been looking out for, so that your fellow internet travellers, who surely all arrived at this video trying to find out what the June games are,
what are they?
will benefit from your wisdom as well as our great wisdom.
And let us know which one, out of the ones that we've got today, which ones are you the most excited for?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
That's a sentence, right?
I just launched straight into the like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. And if you really liked this video, which is seeming increasingly unlikely, then why not become a supporter on Patreon by going to patreon.com/OXClub. Right, end the video before we say anything else wrong.